became the 12th player in Division I men's college basketball history to score 3,000 career points.
Kind of when you sit back and look at it, I mean, it's pretty incredible, pretty amazing. I think it's just a testament to all the work that I've put in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to More Access. I'm so excited for today's episode. My first male guest, and we actually played at Texas together. His name is Max. What's your last name again? Hold on, make sure I pronounce this right.
You tell me, what is it?
It's Abmas.
Asmus.
Okay, but it's not spelled like that though.
Yeah.
That's why I would never say your last name. Okay, y'all. Asmus, right? Asmus.
Yeah. Asmus.
All right,
Yeah.
so Max Abmas. I promise you we are friends, even though I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But thank you so much for coming on, Max. So first of all, let's just get right into it. You're a phenomenal basketball player. So just tell me about you. How did you start playing basketball?
I think I started when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Kind of got into it from my brother. I think I was in like kindergarten, and then I would just play up on his team. He was in, I think, third grade. I wouldn't really get to play, but I'd just be out there, and kind of just loved it from there. And as time went on, I ended up focusing on basketball around that fifth, sixth grade kind of age, and here I am now.
When did you realize that you were going to be good? Like you could play at the D1 level?
I think, when I was in high school, I had confidence that I could play at the D1 level. My dream is always to play in the NBA. So I always felt like I was, good enough to play at the D1 level. I didn't get too many looks out of high school though, but it all worked out how it was supposed to work out.
That's awesome. No, so you first went to ORU, which is funny enough. I'm from Oklahoma, so definitely know about ORU. But how was that time
Mhm.
being in Oklahoma? Did you like being in Oklahoma?
It was different. It was different. I'm a Dallas kid, so I'm a big city kid. So Tulsa's a little smaller, but it was different. But I enjoyed my time in Oklahoma. Met a lot of people that I built relationships with. That I still talk with today. So I enjoyed my time there, and kind of just on the basketball side of it. What we were able to accomplish there is just something that doesn't happen too often. I feel like we really changed the university, and it was, definitely something I'm grateful to be a part of.
Yeah. So we're gonna backtrack a little bit. We'll go back to ORU and your time there. But tell me about your recruitment process. Did you play EYBL?
I played EYBL my freshman year. I was with Pro Skills, and then my last couple years I was with Team Business. I think my last year we were kind of on the Adidas Silver circuit, so I wasn't EYBL, but kind of played a little bit on the circuit.
Yeah. So were you a kid that kind of flew under the radar, or were you getting like every D1 offer from every school across the country?
No, not at all. I didn't get any. I didn't get any offers. I had five coming out of high school. I had the three military academies: Army, Navy, Air Force, then Marist, then Oral Roberts. Those are my only five out of high school. So I was definitely under the radar. Probably because I didn't pass everybody's eye test of being 6'5" and above, and big and strong. So that's probably what it was.
Yeah. So why'd you pick ORU?
Well, first I didn't have that many options, but for you though, I'm super grateful they recruited me, from day one, starting to build a relationship with them. The coaches really cared about me. They really wanted me, and I think that's big, especially now, is that you go to a place where you're wanted, and I really felt wanted there. And I've seen guys like Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, who have gone to mid majors and achieved the same dreams that I'm trying to achieve, and so. For me, it was just going in there and putting my head down and working.
Yeah. So what do you think has separated you? Because you said something about your height. Most people would overlook that and say that you can't play at the D1 level or play in the NBA. What has gotten you as far as you've gotten so far?
I'm a big person on control what you can control, and so in that side of things, I can control my work ethic, how much work I'm putting in the gym. And I put in a lot of work in the gym. That way, when the lights come on, I can go out there and shine. And so, controlling what I can control, and all you need is one team. That's all you need, and hopefully that team finds me.
Yeah. Okay, so going forward, back to what we were talking about at ORU, you go into ORU and then you end up transferring to Texas for your last season, right? Your senior year.
Right.
Uh, why did you pick Texas? Oklahoma, you came from Oklahoma to Texas. If I know everything about that. So why did
You
you
do.
pick to why'd you pick Texas?
I mean, for one, I'm a Texas kid, so it only made sense to come back and represent the home state. But I mean, really, the coaching staff for one. I think that's one of the reasons I really stayed at ORU as long as I did was the relationship I had with the coaching staff, and how much they believed in me. And so that was a key part for me was finding the right coaching staff, and that I would have a great relationship with, and really kind of just looking at what they wanted me to come in and do, kind of what I was looking for in my last year, and all that aligning, and coming to a program like Texas. I mean, there's an expectation to win here. And, I was able to win a little bit at Oral Roberts, and so I didn't want that to stop. I wanted to win my last year, and that was why I picked Texas.
Yeah. So we know you can hoop, but off the court, you got your degree in mathematics, which is pretty cool. I'm not really a numbers girl, so kudos to you for that. But what did you want to do with that degree? Was that just something you were like, I'll just have on the side? Why did you pick mathematics?
Yeah, so I was at first I was in biochemistry, and so I got into that because of like forensics. That was interesting to me. Like forensic files, those type of those type of shows, and so I was always big math and science, and that's how I got into the biochemistry side. But as I got along in there, like the classes and everything didn't align with basketball, and so once you get to the higher level courses, you miss a couple and you deduct the letter grade. So I wasn't able to do it, and then I ended up switching to math pre med, and got my degree in that. I'm not 100% sure what I would do with it. I want to keep the ball bouncing as long as I can first, and but definitely something to fall back on.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Like I said, I'm not a numbers girl at all, so kudos to you for that. Just goes to show again that you are more than an athlete, and that's the whole point of this whole podcast is to just
Mhm.
put people on display that are more than athletes. So kudos to you for that, because
I
I'm not
appreciate that.
doing
It was
that.
tough. It was tough.
But something really, really cool was that on February 19th, make sure I get this right, you were playing against K State.
Hmm.
You became the 12th player in Division One men's college basketball history to score 3,000 career points. How was
Hmm.
that? And I'm assuming you knew it was coming, or were you just like, if it happens, it happens? Just tell me about that experience.
Yeah, I knew I was around that area. I didn't really keep up with kind of what I was at throughout the year. Kind of everybody around me kind of had a way better idea than I had around me. But kind of afterwards, I mean, just kind of when you sit back and look at it, I mean, it's pretty incredible, pretty amazing. And I think it's just a testament to all the work that I've put in. And I'm super grateful for all the people that have invested so much in me. So it's more than just myself for that award, and I think it's something that, when I finish playing basketball, hopefully, 10, 15 years down the line, that it's something that I'll appreciate even more and, really appreciate.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, that's hard to do. Being 12th, that's insane. So another really big honor. So obviously, I don't know if that people listening, he can score the ball. But you also can you defend? That's the real question. Can you defend?
Yeah, I can. I think this year was big for me on that side of it. Everybody said I couldn't really defend, and I think I showed that this year.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So backtracking a little bit, back to how before you transferred to Texas, how was the portal? Because we look at
Mhm.
it now, just being on the women's side, looking at the portal this year, I'm like, this is insane. There's a ton of kids in the portal, don't know where they're
Mhm.
gonna go. So how was that for you? Did you have a lot of schools reaching out to you? I'm sure you did because at ORU, I mean, you were going insane. But how was the portal process for you?
Yeah, I mean, first on the women's side, I mean, y'all's is crazy. I think the men's might be even crazier for sure. But I mean, for me, it was a good experience. I put my name in the portal, and I actually put my phone down and went and worked out. And then I came back and looked at it later. And I was grateful to have some calls and text messages from different schools, and it was a process where it's kind of knowing what you're looking for when you go into it, into the situation, kind of what you want from a school, and then kind of navigating through it from there. And it's a lot quicker than your whole high school recruitment process, because you got, I mean, depending on when you enter it, you got a month and a half or whatever to kind of figure out where you're gonna go. And so just kind of having an idea of what you want in the program, and I was super grateful for all the schools that reached out to me.
Yeah, and while you were at ORU in 2021, y'all made a tournament run, and I actually remember watching y'all play. I think was it first or second round? How far did y'all make it?
We got to the Sweet 16, so we got to the third round.
Oh, my bad. Put some respect on your name. My bad.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep, we was
Uh,
up there.
my bad. Okay. Okay. So, how was that? Was that your first time or are you making it to the tournament or making it that far?
Both. So my freshman year, we lost in the semifinal, but that was also the COVID year, so there was really even no tournament that year.
Yeah,
But then my sophomore year was when we were able to make it to the tournament and then the Sweet 16.
yeah. And so last year, or I guess this year, with Texas, y'all made it to the Sweet 16. Also, no,
Round
second round.
32.
Yeah, second round, and y'all played
Yeah.
Tennessee. Yes, and y'all almost
hmm
had that game. I was cheering for y'all, man. Y'all
We
almost
had,
had it.
we didn't play our best, but I mean, we still had a chance to win it. I mean, that's all you can hope for.
Yeah. So how was, if you had to compare the run with ORU in 2021 to the run y'all had this season? Was it the same? Was it different? What, like, just tell me about that.
Uh, I mean, it was different in the sense that for me, the 2021 tournament,
Hmm.
I mean that was during COVID, so like that's the COVID tournament. Everything's a little different, and then this one was like a real NCAA tournament environment. But I mean I mean the atmosphere is great. I mean it's kind of what you dream of as a kid. I mean you're playing the best teams in the country, and it's not easy to make it to the tournament, and so it's definitely something to always take advantage of. You never want to take it for granted. But I mean, the atmosphere itself was great. It's so much attention, on March Madness itself, and then you have so much support for the school, from the school. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, you just want to go out there and, do what you can to put yourself in the best position to win, and kind of let the chips fall where they fall.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to ask, what is next for Max? What are you doing next? I asked you this before, but you gotta let the people know.
Yeah, I'm doing the whole NBA draft process. So, no more eligibility for me. I'm out of college, onto the real world. And so, going through that now, and everything will pick up here in the next, couple weeks or so, with team workouts and everything. But I'm excited for what's next and, looking forward to the next chapter.
Yeah, no, that's really exciting, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I also have to ask because I am on the women's side, the growth of women's basketball this year. Because I mean, from what I've heard from everyone, everyone was watching this year, and the
hmm
viewership was insane. So I'm just curious to hear your perspective and how you think women's basketball is going to continue to grow, and what just the women that were in the draft this year, like the impact they're going to have on the women's game.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good for the women's game, to kind of see it grow as much as it did. I think I saw on Twitter that I think the women had more people watching like the Final Four
Mhm.
than the
We did.
men's or something.
Mhm.
You
We
know,
did.
I agree with that. I mean, that's pretty incredible. But definitely good for the game. On the women's side, to kind of just see how far it's come from, nobody really watching it to now, millions of people watching it, and then you got more people watching it, than the men's side of it. So definitely great for the women's game, and a lot of kind of the big names kind of went to the WNBA draft and got drafted, and so hopefully they just continue to bring that attention, and more viewership to the women's game.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But yeah, we did, we did finally have more viewers than y'all. Just saying,
Y'all did.
But that's cool though. Okay, so you have to create a super 3-on-3 team.
Mhm.
What two people are you picking? It can be WNBA, NBA, college, whatever.
Oh man, 3-on-3 team with
Yeah,
myself.
yes, you're on the team. So two other people.
Um,
I guess you could do three. 'Cause y'all have one sub.
I mean, I gotta throw my two favorite players on there. I'm gonna throw Kobe and I'm gonna throw Curry on there. Those are my two I'm rocking with.
Okay, so now I gotta ask, why are those your two favorite players?
I grew up a big Kobe fan. Kind of just like his mentality, the way he played the game, and just that work ethic piece. So I've always that's been my favorite player, forever. And then Curry, I mean, just being another mid-major guy, kind of achieving the things that he's achieved, and I kind of he shoots the ball really well, shoots it from deep, and that's kind of some of the things that I do in my own game, and so I definitely like watching him.
Yeah, if I had to compare you to an NBA player, it would definitely be Curry. I could see the resemblance, the way y'all
There we go.
move. Yeah, I would say you
There
might be
we
a
go.
little quicker than him though. You're very quick and shifty.
I'm a little younger than him too, though.
Just a little bit, a
Just a little
little
bit.
bit. Yeah, you remind me a lot of, like, we compared you and Rory,
hmm
because y'all are both so
Okay,
short and quick.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and y'all know how to get to
I
your
like
shot. We're like, yeah, they're like,
get to your spots.
mm-hmm,
hmm
yup, that's
No, I like
hilarious.
it. I like it.
Okay, so what before we end, what do the viewers need to know about Max?
I mean, for me, I'm just, I'm the type of person that, when I set my mind to something, I'm gonna go out there and achieve it.
Yeah,
Whether that's, I mean, with basketball, outside of basketball, I'm gonna go achieve what I can achieve, and I just want to be somebody that, people can look up to. I think that during my time at Oral Roberts, seeing a lot of kids look up to me, or even my time here at Texas, which was a year, seeing a lot of kids look up to me. I just want to be somebody that represents the right things, plays the game the right way, and off the court takes care of things the right way. And so, just somebody they can look up to, and always doing the right thing because, I mean, you never know who's watching.
yeah. No, that is very true. You never know who's watching. Okay, so I have to know, what was your favorite memory from being at Texas?
Favorite memory?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Or you can give me a few if you can't narrow it down.
I mean, I mean, on the basketball side, I think one of my favorites is it playing in MSG. I mean, that's just kind of one of the historical venues. So to get an opportunity to play in there, that's definitely one that's up there, of course. Um, I don't know if I have anything specific. Like I've enjoyed my whole time here. Like the people that I've met, little things like football games, just everything. I've enjoyed every part of it. For me, it's crazy to think that it's April already and the year's already gone past. So I've enjoyed every part of it though.
Yeah. So what are you most excited for taking this next step in your career and trying to go pro? What are you excited to learn?
I mean, kind of just building the pro habits. I think that I've been able to kind of build some of those, but just continue to build those. Learning from people who have been in the game for a long time and have a lot of years of experience, and just kind of learning things that have kind of kept them in the league. Kept them healthy. So different things like that. But just excited to see my next steps and where life takes me.
Yeah. So, like I said, you're my first male that I've had on here. So, I don't know if there's a
Mhm.
lot of, boys watching this, but if they do you have any advice for them? The ones that maybe just trying to get to playing varsity at high school or trying to get looked at by colleges. Like, do you have any advice for them?
I mean, the big thing, like, me, I'm big on control what you can control. And that's what I would tell everybody. You can control how hard you work, how much time you put in the gym. So always do what you can to always put your best foot forward, and always be ready. You never know when an opportunity, arise. And, the other thing I always say is you want to build good habits in everything you do. So, whether it's on the court with basketball or off the court in the classroom, like you're always building habits that you'll always fall back on. So you always want to build the right habits.
Yeah. No, I love that. Okay, so before we wrap it up, I got some rapid fire questions for you. Nothing too
Rap.
serious, but you just got to give me your honest answer, okay?
I bet.
All right. Do you have a pregame ritual?
Pregame ritual. I don't have a crazy pregame ritual. Like I'll kind of keep everything the same. Like when I go stretch and things like that. And then I listen to the same song before I get out there.
Okay, so people have told me that they'd like to take naps before the game. Are you a napper or do you have to stay awake?
I'm not a big napper. If
Yeah.
I'm tired, I will, but I'm not a big napper. Like I gotta have my nap. I'm not like that.
See, same. I feel like if I take a nap, I'm sluggish and I'm thrown off the
Yeah,
rest of the game. Like I have to be up,
exactly.
moving, doing
Gotta have
stuff.
the mind going. I'm with you on that
Exactly.
one.
Okay,
I'm with you.
finally, I found somebody because everyone was like, "No, I take like a 2 hour nap." I'm like,
A
"How are
lot of
y'all
people do.
not? How are y'all not?"
Hmm.
No, I'm too
A lot
sluggish.
of people do. I'm
Yeah,
with you on that one though.
yeah. Okay, so who in your definition is the GOAT? It can be NBA, W. Actually, you can give me one from each. Who's your WNBA GOAT and your NBA GOAT?
I mean NBA, I'm going Kobe. I mean
Yeah,
that's I'm a Kobe fan. So I'm gonna say Kobe for sure. WNBA side.
you better know some
Who
WNBA players. We're gonna have a
I
problem,
know
man.
I know a few of them. Let me think about it though. Who would I say is the GOAT? I don't know who I would say is the GOAT. Diana Taurasi is a big one. I like her. But one I really like, I like Maya Moore. She was like that. She was
Yup.
like
That is my goat. We have the same last name. I love Maya Moore. That's why I'm
it
number
makes
29.
sense. It
Yeah.
makes sense then.
Yes,
Maya
she's my
Moore's a
goat.
good one now.
Yeah. Okay. See, now you might be one of my favorite people that I've interviewed now because we got the same pregame ritual. Yep. Yeah. Okay. We cool, Max. We
There we
cool.
go. There we go.
Okay. What's your favorite sneaker?
Favorite sneaker to play in or just what do you mean?
Just in general.
Hmm. I mean, I'm on the court so much, so I guess I'm gonna go with a basketball shoe. I like the Kobe reverse Grinches. Those are tough.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Those are tough. Yep, those are nice. Favorite music artist?
Favorite music artist. You can't go wrong with Drake. I'm gonna go Drake.
I knew you were gonna say Drake.
You can't go wrong with it.
So when we did y'all meet him when he came down here?
I didn't. I think a couple of the guys did because they were at the facility, but I was gone. I didn't get to meet them.
Dang, well, I met him, so
Y'all
I
did.
can I can hook y'all up.
Y'all did. Y'all did. He came through the locker room, everything for y'all.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool. Okay, Drake. Okay, if you had to pick a female, you listen to like
Female
art.
artist?
Yeah, female artist.
Hmm. I'm not gonna be able to think of it off the top of my head. I know. Um. Hmm. I like Kalani. She's good. She's good.
Okay, you like how Kalani look, or you actually like her music?
No, no, she has some good songs. She has some good songs too. She has
Okay,
some good
valid,
songs.
valid, valid. Okay, okay. What's the story behind your number? Because what's your number again?
Three.
I knew. Okay, I was gonna say three. I just didn't want to be wrong. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
three.
three. So what's the
Yeah,
story behind picking number three?
it's just my first number ever. So when I first started back in like kindergarten, I was number three. And then when I was in high school, I was 11, and I was gonna be 11 in college, but somebody had 11, and so when it's time to pick a number, I said I'll go back to my first number, and so I've stuck with that.
Got you. Okay, so what's your favorite? Like, what's your vacation dream spot? Is there a place that you really want to visit?
Um, Turks and Caicos would be tough.
Okay. Okay. So you like that song by what's his name? Rod Wave? Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. That one was all right.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's all I have for you, Max. Thank you so much for joining me. This was so fun. Thank you again for being my first male on the podcast.
It's an
I wouldn't
honor.
want it to be anybody else. So again,
It's an
thank you so
honor.
much. Listeners, please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, and tune in for next week's episode. We're getting to the end of season one. So exciting, but also sad. But season two will be coming out soon. So listen for that. But yeah, thank you again, Max.
Appreciate you having me.